of this and that. I hope you're all well, and I'd like to oh gosh, she's here. It's the middle of the night, it's 3:45 and she's been fast asleep, and as soon as I say she's crying, come on then. She's had a bath, but she's had her body cut. I've just got to do a top bit here because that needs to be scissor cut properly. Say hello then. Say hello. Say hello there. Look there. Say hello. You cried to get up every time I say that. Even if she hears it when I'm editing, she starts crying. Budding actress, isn't it? Right. You said hello now? Hello? Hello? Say hello, say bye-bye, I'll see you in a minute. Right, go on then. Honestly, she's terrible. Yeah, I'm cutting a top bit tomorrow, so I did quite a good job last time. So, no, you can't come up. I can't do this with you here. So you've got to stay down there. You were sleeping. Welcome to my new subscribers. I really appreciate you joining me, and I hope that you enjoy the content of the videos. I thought what to do is show you I'm making some sun catchers for some friends, so I thought that I'd take you through the process. I'm going to drop the camera down and I'll show you how I make it and tell you probably how you could do it a little bit differently. We'll carry on from there. So I'm going to drop it down now. I haven't got my jewellery mat with me, I forgot that, but I've got my tools with me, thankfully. I've only got small beads. I want to try and use up the beads that I've got because I'm like working now with only 925, so the silver plated I'm using up, and the beads, they are Swarovski, so let's see if we can get you in shot. There we go. Oh gosh, my camera's nearly on the floor. That's as focused in as I can get. There. I hope you can see that. I don't know whether I should have done it from the back or not, but hopefully you can see. I've laid everything out ready so that I don't waste time. So I've already done two. I've done one with a fancy top, which I'll be doing on this one, and I've put a pentagram pendant on, and I've done the colours of the chakra. These balls, you can get them in Home Bargains. When I first used to get them, when feng shui was very popular, I remember Mark buying me one that was about 40 or 50 millimetres wide, and he paid £40 for it, and that's going back like 25-30 years. Then there's this one that wasn't made by me, it was gifted to me in a box, but it's a big bead and some smaller ones and bead cap, just a bit of chain, and then just a large split pin at the top. I was messing around today, just playing, and I made this little angel, the little hoop on the top. I don't know whether I'll keep her like that, but I just had this shape at the bottom and I had the wings, so I thought I'd put a little angel together. I've got a heart there, but I thought I'd stick with the sphere, and I've also got a moon, but it's only a tiny moon, so I didn't really want to use that one because these ones are quite big. So I'll be using this sphere, and I'll also be using some tiger tail, which is used in jewellery making. It's come undone. You can use strong thread, fishing wire, and knot it. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can knot between each bead, but I'm using this, which I think there's 7 pieces of metal in there, and then it's coated. It's called Tiger Tail, but this is like a cheaper version of it. And you could use something like this, some like you know, like plastic. So we'll stick with this. So I'm going to do the same as this one, well, similar to this one with the chakras, so that I'm sending the same out. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut some tiger tail. If I cut that much, then as long as I don't cut too little. I'll just cut that end as well because it's a little bit frayed. Right, so this is a crimp bead, and probably you won't see it because it's just a tiny cylindrical piece of metal that just holds the tiger tail together. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these together and thread the other side up through. Can you see what I'm doing? So I've thread the other side up so the crimp bead is there now. Pull it down. Okay, darling, I know I've woken you up now. So I'm going to push that down as far as it'll go, and then I'm going to use, where's my crimpers? I've got special crimping pliers, but you don't have to use those. You can, some people just smash them together with some flat nose pliers. Especially as I'll be putting covers on, so it doesn't matter, but you don't have to put covers on. You don't have to do this. You could quite easily knot some thread if you're using some thread. Say these spheres are in the wedding section of Home Bargain. I'm not sure. I think they're about £1.79. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. Willow, you can't come up, darling. I'm doing this. I'm sorry, darling, but you can't. Right, so I need to push down now. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm making a pig's ear of this because my fingers don't work, so I'm trying to get it as low down as I can. Anything fiddly now is quite hard for me to do. So squeeze that round like that with the first part of it. I don't know if you can see the pliers. They've got like a C-shaped inside here. So you do the back one first and then you do the front to curl it round. You curl it round into a C shape, and then it's meant to make the crimp. Sometimes it opens the crimp, sometimes it makes it easier to put on the crimp cover. Right, so that's done, and then we get the crimp cover, which is like a C-shaped. It's very tiny, don't know if you can see it. It's just a C-shaped, and it'll, when it's closed, it'll look like a silver bead. So pop that round the crimp. Gosh, it's hot in here. I've turned the heating down, but whew, boy, it is warm, isn't it, Willow? It's very warm. Let's use these ones. We just squeeze that together over the crimp. Made like a bead. Oh, going too high because the camera's so low down. So that's made a silver bead, if you can see. So what I'm going to start doing now is, I've got these little upside down shot glasses. They're like they're a bead cover, like filigree type. So what I'm going to do is feed one up the right way, feed that one through there, and then I'm going to catch as many as I can into with tail that's left of each bead. So that's that on there, and then I've got some nice big bicones. So I'm going to pop one of those on. I put some round ones on last time, but I found these and they go with the bicones of the smaller size. So, and then I'm going to put another of the bead caps, but the opposite way round, so as if the shot glass is round the opposite way. So upside down shot glass. And that's it so far. You see? And then I put another crimp bead on, just so that we've got like a little let's say you can put some thread knot beads, you can use plastic beads. I've got plastic beads here that I'm going to need to use up. So I'm going to squish that with the back of the crimpers to make the C shape. And then I'm gonna, what I can see, I take another bead cover, crimp bead cover, close that over the bead that I've just squashed. Just squash that closed, it's just a C shape, so it just needs closing round the crimp. Just adds a bit of strength. Some are quite hard to squish together. That one's fine. So now we've got, don't know if you can see, I'll keep going too high because I'm not used to the camera being higher. So I don't know if you can see that. So we've got that now. So the next thing to do is to do the chakra colours. So the first one would be the red one. So I named the channel Little Bits of This and That for a reason, because I wanted to do things like this. So next I would put orange. We all know the chakra colours, don't we? I don't have to go into that. So, I mean, we might not be interested, so if you're not interested, then that's okay. But it's just something different from unboxing, isn't it? Let's say you can use any kind of beads. That other one that I showed you just had, you know, 2 smaller beads and a big bead. Green one on. You can use just ordinary pliers, you don't have to use anything fancy. So I'm still threading that tail through, still got that, just add some extra strength. So, and then an indigo type colour for the third eye. for the top. So, now to make it symmetrical, I'm going to put another crimp bead on, just for symmetry, nothing else. There's no reason for me to put the crimp bead on, but it just does give it that strength, because these balls are quite heavy. The heart ones aren't as heavy, so pick it up with that there. Oh, they're so tiny. It's like when you don't have fingers that work, because of my neck, I don't have any feeling in a couple of my fingers in my left hand. Right, so I've done that. I've got the crimp bead on, and then I'm going to close it with the first bit and push down with the pliers, so I've got all the beads down. And give it a squidge and use the front of it to make the circle. Right, so that's made it nice, and it just makes it nice and neat. And like when you squidge it together, it leaves like a tail hanging out, but with this it sort of curls it round, so it makes it easier to put the cover over the top. Some people don't bother with the cover. The one that was made, that I received in a box, that one hasn't got crimp covers on, but that's fine, you know, it's preference really, I guess. I'd say knots are fine. So, because I want to pop this chain on as a bit of a difference, instead of just having the tiger tail that I did on this one, just a tiger tail all the way to the top. I want to do it more like this one. This one didn't have any tiger tail. Doesn't make any difference. So the tail now is at the top there. So then I'm going to put another bead cover on, like the shot glass, and pop that over the top. Try and get that little tiny piece in of the tail. Actually, I might just cut it off because it is a bit getting in the way. There, that's fine. Right, so that's the tail gone now. So it went up the whole of those beads, so that's made it nice and strong. But that's what it looks like, a filigree shot glass with the looks like a bead cap. It's got a hole in. They're not, the holes aren't always central, so it doesn't always sit straight until you put the bead on. Then we put the next one on, which is a nice big bicone, like the bottom one. And then we put the bead cap on over the top. And there we have that bit done. So now I need to take that over, thread that through as far as I can, because I want to put some chain on. So if I cut it, say there, I want to put a crimp bead on because I'm going to want to crimp it. So put the crimp bead on first because it's going to have to go through the crimp bead as well. Put the crimp bead on first, and then we'll put the piece of chain on that I want to pop on. same. Then go back through the crimp bead, through the bead cap, my son's asked me to make him one with brown beads. I've got some brown Swarovski beads, so I'll make him one for his house. He's moving shortly, so I can only take that now down as far as the last crimp bead that I did. I would have liked to have taken it down further, but hey ho, that's life. I forgot. Not the end of the world. So now I've got to pull all this down as far as I can. I need to pull down the Sorry about that, I don't know when my camera decided to turn off. I need to look at the settings and find out what's happening. I don't know when it cut off, so they were just saying that I've taken it down. If I mess around with this tiger tail too much, it'll get raggy, so I'll just leave that as it is. I've got this piece now hanging out, which I can cut off, so that's fine. I'm just gonna crimp that top bead, so that it's in place, and then fold it over with the front bit. That's it. And then pop crimp bead cover on, because that'll make it look nicer and look like it's got a bead on it. Trying to do it like this so that my silly fingers, oh, that's better, and straight on, just give it a close together. And there we go. So that's it so far. So I have to cut this off now, and then we need to finish the top, and then we're done. So I'm going to cut this, I don't know if you can see, as close as I can to the bead so that it doesn't come out and isn't not sharp. These pliers have seen better days. I need to get a new set. Mind you, saying that, I've got a bag full of them here. So that's it there. So that's hanging nicely from the loop that I've made. Don't know if you can see the loop that I made there. At the top here now, I need to pop this on, like a fancy ring with sort of like nautical type thing. So I've got a big jump ring, biggish jump ring, and you always open a jump ring like a door. So you open it, it's already open, but you open it like a door, never pull them that way, you go that way. So I'm going to pop that into the top loop of the chain, and then I thought it'd be nice to hang a pentagram. I did one the other night and it was an hour and 56 minutes long, and it just would have been awful editing because it would have been jumping all over. So as you can see, I made I had the pentagram, and I made some beads like to hang on the top. So I thought I'd just show you how I made those beads with another one, because we can pop another one on, that's no problem. Won't do it any harm, it'll look nice actually. So I've picked a nice, I don't know if you can see that there. It's a bit bigger than the ones that I've used. Then I'm going to use a head pin, which is, I'm using a small one, which is just a straight line with a flat end on. I like to use the ones with the balls on, but the balls go through the ends of these, so I use a flat one. So what I do is I put the bead onto the head pin, and then when I get to the top I fold that over and make a 90-degree angle. So it's now like that. Can you see it? It's now like that. So I'm going to cut a little bit off. They do tend to fly all over, so I'm going to probably about ½ centimetre I leave, or maybe 3/4 centimetre. And I don't know whether it's my strength or these pliers, or the thickness of the head pins. Right, that's it. It didn't fly off. So now we've got a little small piece. So what I'm going to do is pop it into the round nose pliers now. These are round nose pliers. So people who do make jewellery will have these. You know, you can use pliers that are in the garage, and then you just roll it and roll it and roll it over to make a loop. I'm going to open up the hoop. So I open it like a door, like I've just told you, and then I pop it on to a jump ring that I've already put on the pentagram. I put a small jump ring on, which was only meant for 2, so it might be a little bit of a squeeze, but I'll squash that back down. There. So now we've got, oh, I keep going up. I keep going up too far. So now we've got the 3 stones hanging. So just a bit of something different for the top. So what we do is we pop the ring on that we're going to hang the Suncatcher on. And then we hang the pentagram from, I'm going to hang it from its bail. It's got like a little bail. I'm going to hang it from there so that the beads hang down. They seem to be hanging that way more so I'll do that. And then we close it. So this is where you get your 2 pliers. You close it, you get the 2 together, and you give it a wiggle, but also giving it a little push together. Not massively, but just so that you don't make the circle out of shape. And I just like to give that, it sort of hardens the metal. I'll lift you back up again and we'll see if we can see it in its full glory. So I can zoom out a little bit. There. Got the top bit. I hold it with the pliers at the top. Got the top bit there with the pentagram, and then the little beads are all falling round the pentagram, so they're like falling wherever they want. You've got the chain going down, and you've got your beads going down to your lovely red crystal sphere, and then you use, I bought some to send with it, so they're like a rubber sucker with a hook on, so you hook that onto there like that, you put that on the window, and then that hangs down, catches the light and throws the rainbows around the room. So, there's something a little bit different. Sorry, it's a little bit messy with all my things about. There's weight benches about, and oh dear, it'd be nice to go home tomorrow. If you'd like one of these making, I'm giving one away. If you pop in the comments, you can say whatever type you want. If you want big beads, if you want one making, a sphere, a heart, or a little moon, a little itty bitty moon. It's still faceted, so it still show the colours. Comment down below and I will pick from the comments next week, the was it the 8th? The 8th. So on the 8th of March I will look at the comments, see if anybody's commented. If we've only got one comment, then I'll get in touch with you. Obviously you have to be over the age of 18. You have to, if not, you have to have, I think it's if you're 16, you have to have your parents' permission. You have to be subscribed to my channel, and I will check to see if you're subscribed. Please like. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, it means the world to me. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you again. The little actress has gone to sleep. I think she gave up. So I won't disturb her. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Okay, take care, and have a lovely day, evening, whatever you're doing, have a lovely time. Okay, take care, stay safe, and be kind to each other. Okay, bye now. Bye.